Yeah. Small. You gon' like me, Gino? Huh? Come on. Too permanent, eh? On the surface, eh? Check it out, Vato. Mr. Pool is cool as he floats on lyric concertos. So hip back, his style sticks back like Roberto. Carefully, he fully assesses with thought process. How many MCs in a sense be on some nonsense like Phil Collins? We live in a land of confusion and pollution. Only solutions, alien intrusion. When something good happens, it's an illusion. Temporarily, everybody in your hood's rapping, so you feel like losing. And it's scary, but if you're very faithful, you wait for the right time to recite rhymes to get paid for. In your lifetime to be stable, you have to put everything on the table. I tell you a fable of a man who lost all his staples. One day he got a letter from the label. Now off the street, shit is sweet potato, getting comfy with the cable. Being able to spend more cash, kicking it with friends more. Driving fast to crash, what the fuck you got a Benz for? Raw material objects with serial numbers. Bring serious theatrics and dramatics like the penumbra. I bring the lightning, let the rest of the spectrum bring the thunder. Brainstorm is not warm, you've been born, I burn like lumber.
Wherever it be, trouble can strike, and it be right in your face when we's about to grab the mic. What it like?
I do this every day and every night. Murdering kids who wanna step on the surface.
Wherever it be, trouble can strike, and it be right in your face when we's about to grab the mic. What it like?
I do this every day and every night. Murdering kids who wanna step on the surface.
I'll break it down. The ingredients of this recipe is 2 cups of step the fuck back and a teaspoon of don't mess with me. Unless you be like 3 times the MC that you assume you is. Best believe that doom exists. Testing us is tumorous. Who enlisted? Who pledged allegiance? Who went the distance and fucked up your sequence? What's your achievements? Heathens. Everywhere I glance, these kids will drop their pants for an advance, cause this bitch has cramps. Now run until you can't, we're coming, and we're permanent. Circumference disturbing with verbal turbulence. Stand still, like time stood still when I entered your sector. It took place at the base of your foothill. Took skill to plant it into your head. Now we're everywhere. Spectrum comes off every night like evening wear. I watch with amazement and a small dose of sarcasm. And the MC's in the basement, embracing the bar smashing. It's more than just a 20 measure stab at making rappers mad. More than passive jabs and what the masses have. Ask your dad. It's about the land that you stand. I'm here, baby. I think it's time you give a damn.
Wherever it be, trouble can strike, and it be right in your face when we's about to grab the mic. What it like?
I do this every day and every night. Murdering kids who wanna step on the surface.
Wherever it be, trouble can strike, and it be right in your face when we's about to grab the mic.
Yo, what it like? I do this every day and every night. Murdering kids who wanna step on the surface.
Who in your crew can name this approach I vanquish? I daze and flip it in ways to show amazement, raise the occasion. The vibration make it hemorrhage, because the vengeance is headed for your lineage. In the fib, we did it locally, now we bout to move it globally. International, make it globally, don't joke with me, cause see I'm not much for last if it's up to grab. My intent is to bust the ass on these half-breed MCs to know about monogamy. Married to hip-hop, the fucking R&B, just a novelty. A slim chance like the lottery, you slaughter me. I know your plans in geography. I roll up and snap like a bandana. Niggas is panhandlers trying to play the role of Santa. I flow like a manta ray. Suckers better keep it stationary, cause switching from spot to spot you'll get popped. I keep it interactive in the center of the minds where you lack it. You talking all that whack shit, I got you on a leash like a mastiff, and your bitch in the back giving ass. Yeah, wherever it be, trouble can strike, and it be right in your face when we's about to grab the mic. What it like?
I do this every day and every night. Murdering kids who wanna step on my surface.
Wherever it be, trouble can strike, and it be right in your face when we's about to grab the mic.
Yo, what it like? I do this every day and every night. Murdering kids who wanna step on the surface.
Wherever it be,
ha.
Wherever it be,
what it like?
Wherever it be,
what it like?
Wherever it be,
murdering kids with the mic.
Wherever it be,
yeah.
Wherever it be, wherever it be, wherever it be.
can't hear those voices.
Now it's time for the Dino to apply the primer. We made your mind warp. What are you flipping rhymes for? I climbed your spine to find a brain sleeping in the shade. Your precision's unefficient. Skip that page, kid. Your shit's delayed. I hit the stage, head this mad face, and I'm used to it. It balances the London juice I get. I refuse to let it bruise this sep. I bet heads get wrapped when these Dino guys finalize the outline. It's about time and about face and about that shit you spew. Ridicule is all it's giving you. You mean them little shoes really fit on you? I'm returning it with tourniquets for those who didn't earn they shit. I know you use a prick. You should learn to quit fucking with my passion. I'm not asking, I'm stating, blasting fake news, leaving their galaxy shaking now that we've taken control of the city, fixing broken pieces, choking the weak shit, leaving kids holding their feces. Soul is released with the force like none other can. It's the sun hovering above the mic, having fun, smothering the cinders you left shitting on your minty fresh breath. I enter, penetrate like a splinter. Winter brings death.
In the moonlights when we strike, under the stars, getting ours in the breeze every night. In the moonlights when we strike, under the stars, getting ours in the breeze every night. In the moonlights when we strike, under the stars, getting ours in the breeze every night. In the moonlights when we strike, under the stars, getting ours in the breeze every night.
Winter is the reason for my cold outlook. Freezing in command, rigidly sun shook on this major interact. Face pass up ahead fashion. Broke glass and slap backs when niggas is cold-blooded like fascists. Selling your soul like Marcellus, the demon to max lavish. Average souls are suit up in Colombia, North Face, Patagonia, bubble goose warming ya. Making you feel like summers in Sudan. Solar, kinetic man, trapped in cold blank laces. Solid blue affecting the melanin. Racist activities with linear thinking masons. Giving me dreams of ice knives inside of me slashing. Frostbit to shatter subtractions. I rock the Helly Hansen. Black markets supporting us, supported enforcing. Gaffling policies of watering, juggling, chartering. Ice carving, starving, winter region, bleeding toward the margin. Who really cares this negative mantra of winter solstice? Mental drama, enforce imposing.
In the moonlights when we strike, under the stars, getting ours in the breeze every night. In the moonlights when we strike, under the stars, getting ours in the breeze every night. In the moonlights when we strike, under the stars, getting ours in the breeze every night. In the moonlights when we strike, under the stars, getting ours in the breeze every night.
I bury bodies in the tundra and puncture your lung cartilage because I hate the way you market shit. My target is the unproductive. That bullshit track is rubbish. Your whack ass tape, I overdubbed it. Elusive. You think you do shit, but you don't do shit. Cause two kids have told you that they bought your new shit. The little bitches got you gassed up. You'll put the mask up. Cause Halloween's decline. It's wintertime. Mini frostbit hands and toes. I land blows to the thorax. Beating you with the mic until the cord snaps. I'm all for the jacking of a sucker lacking. So it's the scoop. Call copyrights and get him sued for his loot. I stoop the level. Wait for the commotion to settle. Then sneak up and start laying bodies out in the meadow. The Gen Wound War. Ready to import bombs within your sector. The mic caresser will pull the lever. Sever the noggin. Take over zones like Stalin. My army's watching. So I suggest you use caution. There ain't no dodging. I hit the bullseye with perfection. And now you're added to the Spectrum collection.
In the moonlights when we strike, under the stars, getting ours in the breeze every night. In the moonlights when we strike, under the stars, getting ours in the breeze every night. In the moonlights when we strike, under the stars, getting ours in the breeze every night. In the moonlights when we strike, under the stars, getting ours in the breeze every night.
It's the way you got it. It's the way it's gonna be. It's just the way it is. Word is born. When shots get fired, I'm the first to respond. And if niggas don't correspond to the same logical shit I'm on, they get dragged from Queens to La Fonda, hanging back to Plymouth. See that rapper, him a myth. Soon as he opens his mouth, gimmick. Let's chop him up, place him in the frozen section at Simics. So when someone sees part of his face when they're shopping, they can go cynic. I bring hard up in this place to keep shit popping, ain't no limits. Plus I swing from the start in this race, I beat you to the finish. I drove to Venice, LA, San Francisco, and back to Chicago. That's about it, but niggas don't give me shit wherever I go. You cannot throw blows in my direction without me flexing. So either shoot me or hit me with your Lexus at the intersection.
Offense, defense, pretense, pictures, holy scriptures, travel brochures, the Cuba Comet, plus New York to your research, the knowledge evident without being there. I told the devil I was the master black, he disappeared. Existence do get twisted by the viewer, visualize brain tumors penetrating your mental states, and sooner than mad woman and child collapse, back providing time gaps, creation was partaken, leaving your soul shaking.
Full of quarters leads to disqualification, but a fist full of dollars be the shit that's running the nation. My name has been connected with the underground layers, the movements and unknown rebels that dwell there. And upstairs we got brothers on the PlayStation. The structure derby too is cool, but I prefer the rated. When the beat's basic and the vibe is created, I stick it into brothers as a liquid, leave them sedated. What the fuck you saying? Man, you trying to intercept, better stamp and get checked by my brothers up in the sag. Pass through the jungle and come dwell amongst the tribe into the cipher and get to meet General Wound Ward live.
I discovered ill recipes without the ride on ecstasy. Fantasizing I'd have 3 wives sleeping next to me. Eventually organize the equity, get the homestead steady. Credit to trusting me, some partial child custody. It beckons me, keeps testing me. I strangle the jeopardy-driven snakes that bathe in the leprosy, heavily weighted, dumbfounded by the destiny. I'm trying to surround my life with factors that's fresh to me.
It takes a certain type of power to lead people in the light, and that same power used negatively could lead them to fight. So let's use it right to avoid losing another life. Humans are supposed to be tight. Let's unite and go cruising tonight. This one goes out to all my cats in peace who have to use gats for heat. Others bust their caps on sheets or rap to compete and try to be street corner performers. Lack a little bit on freeze, then practice when it gets warmer. I'll ask a former bandmate if he can relate to the sure shot, 100% pure pop in a pipe that rotates. I can move at a slow rate, but it takes longer to do things. I'm trying to do things now, can't deal with my mood swings.
Yo, where was you at? In the back building with error fat, terrorizing all platforms, no more black form stature. Static I manifest, break hard to capture. My lifestyle too, but I'll be the first one to react pure. My mental transcends many forms and categories. Murder stories, winter glory, vision blurry. Can you see we? I self-define 3D. Black needy Christians need a christening to see the visions that penetrate my facade. Weekly to sit back and meditate, chant the mantra. Break out fast and catch the martyr. Smoke a spliff and put them nigga for a starter.
It don't make any difference how rich you get to be, how much your chairs and tables cost, how great your luxury. It ain't home to you, though it be the palace of a king, until somehow your soul is sort of wrapped around everything. Everything.
Some folks think that money means everything, but there are a lot of folks that's got a little money and don't have no peace of mind.
The cramps, I'm feeling them. Digestion, confusion, reeling it. I'm used to dealing in a disorderly fashion. Branch snapped off, couldn't take the weight of the snow, taking the toll, forever altering the face of passion. Tasking, records data to tape, fascinates those that gather to take my place. I chatter, they scatter, attitude grounded, time surrounded. Climb my ladder to fill your mind while you sit and fill your bladder. I welcome the energy that the zone creates, and I seldom pass upon the prime opportunity. Stopping through to see Ant at the home estate. Lay the tones to tape and keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Improvement, keep it moving. Inducement, keep it moving. Give contusions to cruise with the juice while the juveniles try to use my style. Advise you to seek a better rep before you lose the trial. The smile on my face, distraction device. Or maybe it's a reaction to the fact that there's mics. And what's a party with the mic? That's a Dynospec session. In the back by the DJ, we'll be blessing heads with lessons.
Lines the stripes, rhymes the mics. Lines the stripes, rhymes the mics. Lines the stripes, rhymes the mics. Lines the stripes. In the closets, through the gossip comes a rumor. Gene Pooh, Seth Woonward, and Pat Duber. In the closets, through the gossip comes a rumor. Gene Pooh, Seth Woonward, and Pat Duber. In the closets, through the gossip comes a rumor. Gene Pooh, Seth Woonward, and Pat Duber. In the closets, through the gossip comes a rumor. Gene Pooh, Seth Woonward, and Pat Duber.
In the jungles of America, absorbing the juice. When the mic is in my area, my triple fat goose fat. Bulletproof heavyweight style breaks the state of illusion, mental confusion. I battle internally, mentally snatching jewelry, disconnecting titles, reassembling my salary. No calories, I'm shattering, igniting while I'm battling the flammable. I could be killing you for valuables or dead in an alley full of rats while I'm rotting, but I be busting syllables that explode the spot, metamorphosizing, changing just like cycles, adapting to any obstacle that can trifle my psycho. Analyzation of my style is surviving, getting fresh. My brain will never rest, passing every test, cause I be resurrected from the living dead of Babylon. Feel the darkness in the middle of your mental as I walk in the caves of hell. You get lost, so I lay off. I'm breaking matter with pure simple words.
In your closets, through the gossip comes a rumor. Gene Pooh, Seth Woonward, and Pat Duber. In your closets, through the gossip comes a rumor. Gene Pooh, Seth Woonward, and Pat Duber. In your closets, through the gossip comes a rumor. Gene Pooh, Seth Woonward, and Pat Duber. In your closets, through the gossip comes a rumor. Gene Pooh, Seth Woonward, and Pat Duber.
While you going through a phase, I'm blazing pathways. Gas stays in my stomach that someone said these was the last days since rap started paying. Hip-hop turned into a cash craze. Bring that fabrication around me and get that ass grazed by one of these hot lead pieces that melt in head pieces. When your body finally releases, your drawers is filled with red feces. I'll make you shit blood like you just been stuck in the butt by a thick stud while smoking chocolate tie stick bud. Labels love to pick up little trick sluts like y'all, trying to be mixed up in big city like living in St. Paul. Get a call from my state and go excited to represent, then get fucked by a company who takes 90%. You'll never find me bent on an uptown bench, yo. I'm a downtown man, jumping over backstreet fences. Whether past or pretenses, look, I break glass lenses and take cash for V12 Jags and fast Benzes. Every word's intended to slash tendons till you break down. I come at you and execute successful takedowns. I shake round under your feet, so respect the P-double-O-L-E, who will show niggas how to MC.
In your closets, through the gossip comes a rumor. Gene Pooh, Seth Woonward, and Pat Duber. In your closets, through the gossip comes a rumor. Gene Pooh, Seth Woonward, and Pat Duber. In your closets, through the gossip comes a rumor. Gene Pooh, Seth Woonward, and Pat Duber. In your closets, through the gossip comes a rumor. Gene Pooh, Seth Woonward, and Pat Duber.
Everywhere you go, there's a SouthSide. Travel with the flow, life is alright. Everywhere you go, there's a SouthSide. Travel with the flow, life is alright. Everywhere you go, there's a SouthSide. Travel with your flow, life is alright. Everywhere you go, there's a SouthSide. Dynospectrum, those that doubt die.